Well, hello again and welcome to Hey Mom, What's for Dinner? As I promised a few weeks ago, I told you that I would show you how to make the most amazing hummus. And this recipe is from my friend Mary, so thank you, Mary, for this recipe. And I will also post the recipe on my blog too, Hey Mom, What's for Dinner, if you want to look it up later. So let's begin. We will need garbanzo beans, and we will need 2 cans, and I like to use organic. I always like to use organic because we're trying to cut down on the chemical load in our bodies so that our bodies can fight infections and our bodies are performing the way they need to be performing. So we're going organic garbanzo beans, some garlic cloves, sea salt, tahini, olive oil, and water, and some lemon. So let's begin. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take the garbanzo beans and pour them into our food processor. And, oops. Sometimes food processors can be a little tricky and interesting, at least mine can because it's really old. So we'll pour the garbanzo beans in there, and then we'll just pulse our food processor a little bit just to get them nice and soft. Then I am going to add some sea salt, and you can really salt to taste. So I'm going to add about 2, I like mine kind of salty, so I'm going to add 3 teaspoons of sea salt. And then my garlic. Again, you can do this to taste. And I love to use my garlic press. Makes it super easy. And so I'm going to do a big clove of garlic here, right in. And just scrape that out right in there. And then I'm going to do another clove. These are really, really big cloves, so if you have smaller cloves of garlic, you may want to do 4. All right, get that in there. Next, I am going to turn the food processor back on pulse and get that all mixed up. You can start to see the garbanzo beans are looking pretty dry, and that's okay because we're going to add the liquid in a minute. Now what I'm going to do is scrape the sides of the food processor, and you can see that it's dry and flaky. Now we will add the tahini. Tahini is basically soy, and again, I like to use organic because soy can be one of those very, very toxic ingredients if it's not organic. You don't need to use everything organic, just certain things. And we'll put that in, and again, pulse it and mix it up. It's starting to become a little bit more mushy now, but still pretty dry. Okay, now take the top off, and again, we're going to scrape the sides, and now the fun begins. And this really you have to eyeball to make this the consistency that you want it. So take this, and we will start to add our water and our lemon juice. So I'm going to start doing it like this. I'm going to turn. I don't really like my hummus to taste very lemony, but what the lemon does is it helps keep it fresh for about 24 hours. So I'm probably going to add about 4 teaspoons, I would say. And then I'll start with a little water, probably about 1/4 cup. And let's turn this on and see what it looks like. Oh yeah. Starting to look creamy. Kind of see how creamy it's looking. Okay, now. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Okay, so once it looks nice and creamy, I'm gonna take this off and just take a little look at it and see. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Now, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna add the olive oil to it. Now the olive oil is going to make it fluffy. So not only is your hummus going to be creamy, it's going to be fluffy. I always like to give my olive oil a little shake because sometimes the residue sits on the bottom. And here I go, I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna drizzle my olive oil in till I like how it looks. Think that's good? All right, let's see what we think about that. So good. I'm gonna add a little more salt, just a little, and I'm gonna add a little bit more lemon, surprisingly. And I'm gonna mix that up again. Again, I couldn't even taste the lemon, which is fine, but I do want to have enough in there so it keeps my hummus fresh. Okay, I'm going to mix this up again. All right, let's taste this. Creamy and delicious. Enjoy your hummus. Bye. Thank you so much for joining me on Hey Mom, What's for Dinner? Please check out my blog for some great recipes and have a beautiful and blessed day. Bye-bye.